Alright, today on Mini Bricks we are going to be checking out my newest build, the Blacktron Mini. So we'll just get this thing down and we'll maybe get this camera set up a little better. But yeah, so this is my newest build. Should probably bump it out a little bit. Maybe like that. And we're going to actually just be ripping this apart, but I thought I would give a little 360 first so you kind of get an idea. People who are a fan of Blacktron know that these little red accents are quite iconic to the brand and to the theme. Yeah, I kind of tried to follow like the Batracks type of a design. So we have a little bit of the transparent yellow there in the front. I wasn't able to get my windscreens from the micro rocket yet, so I actually made some allowance for this darker yellow, and I put a little fin on it. That's another little accent part. I did have actually a flat part. I could have made it similar to the other minis that have kind of that flat 1x2, but yeah, I didn't feel that. I thought that something like the Renegade or one of those, it kind of seemed to have a little something that just kind of sticks out, so I figured I'd put this little fin piece. And then I also did one other little kind of upgrade kind of thing, is I used a transparent red accent part for kind of just an off kilter light. And then I have like kind of, I know this is kind of like a backup light on the original build. I'll just show the original build. It's kind of like a backup light, but I just kind of turned it into more of an exhaust with those, stud with that goes through, so kind of an exhaust pipe. And yeah, so you've already got to see a little bit of it. Yeah, people who are real observant will notice that the yellows are a little different, but I kind of think it works well enough for Blacktron. Yeah, so we'll just kind of start to take this apart. Now obviously I had to go with a classic Blacktron, so he's not one of the new ones. He's one of the he doesn't have the back printing on him. He's one of the classics. So, and he's in pretty good shape actually for being what, 30-40 years old. Yeah, he still has his little happy face, and yeah, he's an excellent little driver for this thing. Now I wanted to show that, yeah, I actually did put a lot of yellow on the interior, just kind of frame that up like a lot of the cockpits. And I have a yellow steering wheel. I did have to make use of this. I had one of these in the normal yellow, but yeah, I only had this piece in this yellow for two of them. So I got the little black bench. That was kind of nice, and yeah, I was actually going to start to rip this apart, but I probably don't need to rip it apart too much because you can kind of see. The only part that I didn't have was this little brown part, and it kind of, it has like a stud on this side, so it is a rather hard part to get. But I was able, I think the gray is, it goes with the brand, the Blacktron brand, because they do have a little few gray accent parts. So yeah, the brown would be one of the only ones that I'd really have to upgrade. But I do like that I was able to make most of the cockpit yellow on the inside. That was, yeah, something I was really happy to achieve. And so yeah, that's, I mean, if I really take this apart, I can show off. I was able to get quite a few yellow parts put in there, so it is kind of, yeah, it's kind of nice when you're building and you're like, yeah, I have the right colors for the job. So if I was to take off this wheel real fast, you can see that there is like, it does show through. It does make a difference to have like little bits of yellow accents, just so that it's not all black, because yeah, we already have one of those. So I didn't need to make an all black mini with like, just few yellow parts. I wanted to kind of really make this a Blacktron mini and really, deck it out. So yeah, that's my Blacktron Mini, and I will kind of show off how this guy actually can still maintain his air tanks, and you do want to put the little hands up pretty high up, but he's able to do that because maintain his air tanks. So yeah, that's more or less the Blacktron Mini. Hopefully you can be inspired to build your own themed minis, or your dream mini. That's kind of, I know that all of the parts aren't there to do exactly what you want, but you can kind of make do. And yeah, that's been a wrap up for today, and thanks again for watching. Bye for now.